strong start again, but this week sort of things fell off towards the end.
Yeah. You know, we had some opportunities there. You know, some opportunities to put some more points on the board that we really didn't. There were some early, some later in the game, and look, when you're playing a good team like this, a good defense, a good offense, you got to score points, and you have to score as many as you can. And we just didn't do that good enough job of that today, finishing some drives, taking advantage of opportunities. Look, you know, proud of the way the team competed, proud of the way the team fought till the last minute, and things aren't going to, you're going to not always go your way, and you're not always going to succeed. But, the way we keep competing and stuff, I appreciate from those guys in the locker room. Yeah,
David, just kind of a follow-up on that. When you're coming close and you're fighting, the entire team's fighting, what's the mentality going on in the huddle as you go through these plays? You see the interception by Bailey, try to avoid turnovers. What's the mentality you're having with that team as you try to just kind of get them over that hump?
I think just look, next play, good play, bad play, next play, right? And that's what you have to do. If you have a good play, you can't sit there and celebrate that good play, because then you'll get hit by something else the next play. If you have a bad play, you got to have a short-term memory, and move forward. And that's what you try to do. It just we need a better start in the third quarter. It was let down a little bit there, and just have to do a better job. The margin of error is so small, and it's 11 guys every play, and you have to be good. And it's really a simple game. It's their 11 versus your 11, and you got to win more of those 11 battles than they do.
Hey, David, how tough was it to lose Cole and Connor during that game, and also just what was what was going through everyone's mind during the Cole injury?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was, anytime you see a card come out there, that's tough. It unfortunately is part of the deal you sign up to play this game. And Cole's a tough kid. He was mad that they were bringing the card out. He wanted to walk, and they kind of told him that wasn't an option. So it's been, look, I've had the years where you kind of battle some injuries, and he's had his fair share this year. Appreciate his toughness, and obviously I'm not sure what's going on with Connor, so I'll check in on him. I know it happened late, so but look, it's an unfortunate reality of playing this game.
It looked like things were working for you guys offensively early going. When did things start to turn? It felt kind of like that Bailey pick in the third quarter was kind of a turning point.
Yeah, I mean there was things offensively too, penalties, stuff like that. Not converting some points when we had the opportunities, and like I said, against a good team, especially an explosive offense, with that quarterback on the other side, like, you got to take advantage of all those opportunities to score points when you can. And I thought we fought, even after the interception, and just had a little, we had some lulls and some 3-and-outs, and I can't really comment on that. I'm not really sure what happened, so I'll go back and look at it and try to figure it out. But figure it out and move on to Denver.
Hi, David. The defense that came up with 2 major stops in today's game, or turnovers in today's game, I was just wondering if you could speak to just what they've been able to bring to you guys each and every game this year.
Yeah, you can ask a defensive player that, but look, a defense does a great job, right? Like, they do a great job. They made some big plays, and we have to do a better job of converting touchdowns or points in those situations. And but look, we've got a really good defense, really good. We have a good football team, and we're just not playing up to that as a whole team. So that's what we have to do. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, David. Jelani Tavai is next. Dan Roach in the back.
Jelani, just your thoughts on today. Frustrating day, obviously not getting the victory, but you guys seem like you continue to battle the entire game. What was kind of the mentality of you guys throughout the day?
The mentality throughout the game was just don't quit. There was a lot of explosive plays that we gave up, but throughout the whole game, we were just making sure that we found new opportunities to, create turnovers and find ways to get their offense off the field.
Jelani, what did you see from their passing game with their backs? It seemed like the short passing game, maybe screens, they had some success with.
It was just a lack of communication on our part. Today we didn't meet our standards, and tomorrow we gotta come back in these meeting rooms and correct those, because we still got 3 games to go, and we're not giving up on anything. This is being out there on the field with the guys. It shows a lot of character from each and every one of them. I didn't see anybody quit. I didn't see anybody complaining or whining. So I have nothing but respect for the guys in this building, and we just got to move on.
Hey, Jelani, over here. How's it been watching Marte's growth over the year, getting on the field more, and seeing the results start to come with that interception today?
I'm enjoying the way he starts off his week. But today he took full advantage of his opportunities, and he capitalized on a great play. And I just hope that he continues to grow and develop in this defense.
Jelani, I know you. Right over here. I know this week you spoke pretty passionately about your feelings for Coach Belichick. What, if at all, does the uncertainty around his job security play a role in terms of how you guys go about your business?
Every day is job security. It's just not his line or his job on the line. Going back to character. I don't think anybody saw Bill phase on the sideline. He was trying to get some calls for us. He was in the referee's ears. So I appreciate him fighting for us when we can't fight against the refs. And I'm not making no excuses. It's on us as a team to know what we're doing out there and execute to the fullest potential.
Hey, Jelani, Kelsey finished with just 5 catches for 28 yards. Can you describe the plan you guys had for him today?
The plan was to make sure that we secured our tackles and communicated. That was a big thing for us because we knew that it was a lot of extended plays. So I know we did a good job on stopping him, but there was other receivers that were that we didn't stop, and just pissed off about that stuff right now. We didn't meet our standards on defense, and we just got to get back to it starting tomorrow.
Jelani, it seems like you guys did pretty well defending the run all day. I was wondering, there was that one explosive you gave up. I was wondering, was there an issue with the front because it looked like the A gaps were kind of open, or was it just an execution thing?
Just communication and execution. That's on all of us. So just got to make sure that we get back to it tomorrow, and we can't let that happen because we pride ourselves over here on playing tough football, and stopping the run is one of our big things. So those explosive runs, it leaves a nasty taste in our mouths, even if it's just one run.
And your turnover, what did you see on that? And then the end of it, I'd love to hear what was going through your mind.
Man, I don't even know. I just saw the ball get thrown, and I was trying to just find a way to get to the ball. But we always say tips and overthrows, we got to have them. And when he bobbled it, I had to find a way to just snatch it out of his hands. And then after that, I was a little careless, but I was just trying to make a play on defense. It's just that competitive nature in myself to, score on defense. We've been waiting to have the opportunity. Marte almost had it, and I was trying to find a way to do it too. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all.
and a chance to get more carries in regular season action, more we've seen from you as of late?
I mean, it's hard to get carries when you got Zeke and Montre in front of you. So, I mean, they gave me the opportunity to get in there today, and I made the most of it. So.
Hey, Kevin, Zeke is somebody you watched before you became a professional, admired his way of running, what he brought to the league. What's it been like to play with him? And when you were out there for the two series, the one before the touchdown and the one you got the touchdown on, well, what did he say to you afterwards? What did he say to you even before you took the field for the first time?
They was listening a lot, so he tell me to stare at my keys and stuff, and just give me encouragement. Keep going and keep running. So, when you're a vet, obviously, very good guy. So, it's good learning from him.
Kevin, you've been behind Ramondre and Zeke Elliott. You get the call today. What was going through your mind? And then when you get in there, you come up with the touchdown run. How good did that feel? Take us through the touchdown run as well.
It felt good. The O-line, they did great on that play. So, yeah, I give praise to them. It was a good call. Just, followed my blockers and I scored. So.
Omar?
Kevin, obviously the mood in the locker room after a loss isn't great, but for you, what did today let you know about your game and the fact that you are capable of producing in an NFL environment?
I already know I was capable of producing. It was just, like I said, you got Mondre Dick in front of you, so it's kind of hard. We got to come back, go to practice, and keep working. So. Appreciate it.
Hi, Bailey. I was just wondering if you could just take us through what you thought on your overall performance today.
Just simply not good enough. Started out hot in the first half again, like we did the previous week. Came in here, had made adjustments, understood what we wanted to attack. Went out in the second half, threw an interception on the first play of the second half, which is terrible on my part. You take away that, you take away 7 points, it's a whole different game. They got the ball on whatever yard line it was, and 2 plays later they scored. So, that's on me. You take away that play, it's a different game. So, not good enough. There's things that I'm going to clean up going into next week and get ready for the Broncos.
Bailey, on that interception, what did you see? Did you not see Gay in front of the receiver?
No, I saw him. That's just miscommunication on our part. I thought he was going to keep going. He felt Gay was on the back of his hip, so he's going to keep it vertical. That's on me. I was able to make a guy miss. I just need to throw it out of bounds. It's first down. You throw the ball out of bounds, 2nd down and 10. Who knows what happens on that drive? We're able to move the ball all day up to that point. So, I just got to be smarter. I got to be better, and that's on me.
Bailey, what was the feeling like after the pick, and you guys kept pushing and pushing, especially in that fourth quarter? Did you feel like maybe you'd go for it more on 4th down, maybe open it up a little bit more? What was kind of the mentality going there forward as you were behind?
Yeah, we just got to score points. All the situation stuff going for it, things like that. That's the coach's decision. Whatever play gets sent in, I try to execute it the best of my ability. But we're playing a really good team, and defense played their butts off, and we got to help out a little bit. And that interception first play of the second half, I didn't do that, so I got to fix those.
Nico Melli on your left.
Bailey, you guys have been dealing with a lot of injuries. What was the mood like seeing Cole go down? David said he was sort of mad that they brought the card out. He wanted to walk off the field. What was the sort of mood sort of dealing with that and the injuries today?
Yeah, injuries suck, no matter who it is, especially when it's your brother. It's a guy that, I came in here with, I spent every day with. gotten to know him. Me and him are great friends. We've been together for the last 2 years. So, I mean, it's just injuries suck. I mean, stuff happens, though. But, I pray for him, and I hope everything's well for him, and he can have a speedy recovery and get back and start playing ball.
Bailey, you mentioned adjustments at halftime. Did you see any from them that marked a stark change from what they had shown in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, they brought there was one time I got sacked on a corner pressure. They didn't do that in the first half. They did in the second half, and they got me on that one. That's something that, we watched on film all week to be ready for, and it was just something I missed. I sent the mic the wrong way, and I got to mic it backside, just things like that. They adjusted, we adjusted. I just didn't execute our adjustments, and that was the difference. So I just got to get better.
Yeah, just along those lines, was that the main difference? Obviously, the first half performance, you had conviction, you were performing the way you wanted to. In the second half, it seemed like that wasn't there. Was it the inability to react to their adjustments?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think you're going to look back at film tomorrow, and there's going to be a lot of things that, if I just do this a little bit different, it's a bigger play. Instead of throwing it one way, maybe I hit Zeke in the flat. Maybe he gets 10, 15 yards. Maybe the second play of the second half, or the first play of the second half, I throw it out of bounds, or I just scramble and get 5 yards. It's not an interception. They don't get the ball on the 5-yard line. They don't score a touchdown. It's just things like that, and that directly reflects on me because it's my fault, and I just got to get better at it.
Bailey, you mentioned the corner blitz. I was just wondering, with some of those blitz pressures, did you feel like it was protections, routes? What did you feel like led to some of those issues?
Personally, the issues aren't anybody else's problem but mine. I control that stuff. I do it. So, if I mic it right, that's where people are going. If I mic it left, that's where people are going, and I got to see it. I got to use my cadence. I got to use what the coaches gave us throughout the week as far as tendencies and everything, and I got to use it to my ability, and I didn't do that in that one play. They got us. There's other plays that we were able to get on the same page communication-wise and pick everything up, but, they got us on that one, and it was a pretty big play.
Bailey, just what's it been like with Hunter Henry? He had another big day today with 7 catches, 66 yards and a touchdown, another one called back. Went out with a knee injury, unfortunately. What's it been like for you to, your rapport with him, and how tough was it to see him go down?
Yeah, Hunter's a great tight end receiver. He can do practically anything you want him to. We have a lot of guys like that in the tight end room and the receiver room. So personally for me, it makes my job easier because I feel like, no matter what they do versus Hunter, I feel like it's a mismatch that I just let him have his time, let him get open, and I can make a play, or just, throw a good enough ball for he can make a play. I think we're filled of guys like that in our room. And it just comes down to me of, getting the ball to them, good ball placement, where they can, get yak after the catch, and, it's just up to me to get them the ball.
After that interception, when you go over to the sidelines, what's your mindset, or what are the conversations you're having to maybe get yourself ready to get back in there?
Yeah, just the hardest thing about it all is to, forget it and wash it, because, personally you want to be perfect. You want to not have any turnovers. So when you have a turnover, you're mad at yourself because there's something, it's so easy just to step up and throw it out of bounds. Why didn't you do that? So that's kind of things you ask yourself, and then once the next series comes, you just forget about it and you try to move on, and then tell yourself, when that opportunity comes again where I'm in that situation, I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to do that. So it's just learning from those things and just getting better, and that's what it's all about. We were lucky this week. We got another week to get better and go after the Broncos, and they're a great team, and I'm excited to get after it.
Hey, Dietrich. Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs present a big challenge for defenses in terms of Mahomes' game playmaking ability, and especially getting the ball to Kelsey. How do you feel the defense did in terms of limiting those big plays that the Chiefs are famous for?
I think we did a great job today. Definitely stopped the run. We met our goals there. In the passing game, we held them to a pretty substantial yardage. He rolled out a few times, but we was there to either pick the ball off, take the ball away, or get in his face. He had some few yards. I mean, he did make some good plays, but for the most part, we played together collectively as a unit.
Dietrich, how big of a challenge is that with Mahomes? You know, he spread the ball around, and it seemed like you guys contained him many times, yet he's able to make that play. How tough is that to get back next play, keep getting after him, and you know, you guys were able to give yourself some the offense a chance with some turnovers and what have you. But with Mahomes specifically, how difficult is that challenge?
You know, it's not that difficult. I think we have some great players to meet that challenge. Yes, he is a great player, but I think we did a good job today, staying in his face, getting in the way. Like I said earlier, he did make some good plays, but we held him to a good yardage.
Does the uncertainty surrounding Bill Belichick's future create any sort of additional motivation for you guys, just given that his job status may rely on the game results?
Your question is, does his uncertainty
Does the uncertainty surrounding his job status create any sort of extra motivation for you guys out there?
No.
You know, you had got some guys step up for you today. What's it been like to watch the emergence of a guy like Mack Wilson who continues to seemingly get better and better?
Well, Mac is actually getting better every time he steps on the field. He's been getting after the quarterback. He's been setting the edge, making plays, making big hits, knocking the ball out. He's put two great games together. It's great to see him blossom, and I guess lack of other words, but he's doing a great job out there. I mean, he made some great plays today. He made great plays last game. I think he's doing a fantastic job, along with some other guys as well.
When you say you don't need extra motivation involving Bill, I assume that means that you are motivated on your own.
Yes, we are. We, as a defense, that's the side of the ball that I talk about the most. We are very internally motivated. We have a lot of things that we want to accomplish individually and collectively as a defense. We have our goals that we set in the beginning of the year, and we're still striving to meet that. I want to say they had 2.4 yards rushing yards. That's something that we aim for to stop the run, eliminate runs when you go into a game.
Hey, Dietrich, I know you're busy up front, but Alex Austin just said in the locker room he found out he was starting at corner right as the game began, and J.C. Jackson was active today but didn't play. It's not your decision. Did you expect J.C. to play today, given he was active and seemingly healthy throughout the week?
Yeah, when I saw him in the locker room, I thought he was going to play. Yeah, that's all I have.
You saw him just before the game?
Well, you know, when you see people in the locker room, you think, oh, he's here, he's going to play. And that's all I have on that. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right. Questions?
Raise your hand if you have questions. Go to Mike Reese in the back.
Bill, was J.C. Jackson available today?
No.
And what happened that he was active for the game but wasn't available?
He wasn't available.
And why was he active for the game?
He wasn't available. Just leave it at that.
Bill, just a thought on what you saw from your team. Obviously, continued to fight once you guys get down, but in that and how important was that turnover with Bailey there in the third quarter?
Yeah, well, there were a lot of big plays in the game. Yeah, we got a couple turnovers, had one called back, had another touchdown called back. So there's a number of key plays in the game that could have helped us a little more than the way they turned out. But it's competitive. They're a good football team. They're well coached. Obviously, got a lot of good players. You can't give them any extra opportunities.
Bill, question: 4th and 2, you like to go for it, and Bailey Zappi throws that touchdown pass to Hunter Henry. What went into that decision to go for it on 4th down, and what was the feeling on the sideline after the payoff of the touchdown?
Well, we felt that was the right thing to do at that point in time. I felt like we had a good play. Bailey made a good throw. Hunter, made a good catch. So. Just felt like we had a good play.
Bill, along those same lines, you went for it early in the game, 4th and 2, and got the touchdown. Later in the game, early fourth quarter, was 4th and 3, kind of near midfield. You decided to punt. What went into that decision? Any thought to go for it there?
Yeah, before we got the interception.
Yeah, it was like, I think you're down by 17. It was 4th and 3.
Yeah, and then we got the interception. Right. Felt like, at that point we'd lost 3 starters. Worried about the pass protection. Worried about just what be able to execute in that situation. Felt like we were playing good defense and get the ball back on a turnover. Or, 3 and out. Get the ball in better field position.
Bill, last 3 minutes, you had called the timeouts to get the ball back. You're working from your own end zone. Seemed to huddle, substitute a lot. One of the offensive players in the locker room lamented the tempo that ran the clock down to 2 minutes. Were you okay with the tempo there, down 10 with a couple minutes left?
We ended up in a check play there, and we could have gone quicker.
Right on your right.
Bill, we saw you come out and check on Cole Strange when he went down. Just how tough was it to lose him, and do you have any update on him?
Yeah, it was tough to lose him. It's tough to lose Connor. It's tough to lose Hunter. So, kind of at the end there, we were not. I would say didn't feel like we were able to, do probably what we should have done in that situation. At the end of the game, I'm talking about.
Hey, Bill. How would you assess Bailey's performance today?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it on film. Can't watch everybody out there.
Along those lines, do you have any update on Hunter Henry, and are you expecting to possibly lose him for a long time?
Don't have any update. Game was just over.
Bill, when Ben was asking about a 4th down decision, I think you thought it was 4th down from your own 33. There was another series previous to that. It was the first set of plays you guys had in the fourth quarter. Same decision making for you in terms of the injuries and not wanting to go for it. There's 4th and 3 is at your own 42.
Yeah, it's not a question of not wanting to go for it. It's a question of doing what you feel like is best at that point in time.
Was that related to the injuries, though, like you mentioned for the previous situation?
There's a lot of things that go into a decision. It's not one thing.
Brian in the back. Take a couple final questions.
Hi, Bill. And A response to Dan's question, the first couple things you mentioned were related to the officiating and calls that were obviously didn't go your way. Did you feel that the officiating in this game was perhaps worse than in previous games? You appeared to be more frustrated throughout the course of the game than usual.
Yeah, I didn't say that. We talked about some big data and about the key plays in the game, and I rattled off a few of them. I'd say those are big plays in the game. Touchdown called back, turnover called back, interception. So there was a number of things. Both teams missed field goals. It's they're big plays in the game, scoring plays.
Last question, Doug Hyde in your forward.
Alex Austin said in the locker room that he wasn't expecting to start until pregame. How did he handle that situation, and how tough is that on a player to be thrust into a starting role like that?
Well, we all know that when a game starts, anything can happen. So, happened a little bit before that, but he was ready to play, expected to play, played a lot. So, but talked about that before. It's everybody's job to be ready to go. That's what we do. All right.